Hi everyone. Recap time. EU and GU for today, which was Thursday, and this is really interesting, isn't it? Whenever there's a sort of a real change in fundamentals, i.e., the Chinese stock market, um, it seems like trading all of a sudden becomes very easy. And I don't know the answer to that, but in my mind, it's because big money is moving, and when big money is moving, then the charts are easy to trade. And I've said this before in a few videos. Be aware. Don't be a news trader, but be aware of when fundamentals change, because that's the time when there's the greatest opportunity for us as traders, because we can just ride those big money moves, and they just seem much more obvious, don't they? I mean, this is the euro dollar, the euro USD from today, and again you see here's our Asian session. London opens, we just spike out to get a little bit more liquidity, close down, sell at the break of the low. Twice price tried to go long. I had pendings over both of these, and both times they failed. I was still holding my short. Okay, and then price came down, and we eventually stalled here and stopped trending. So that was a really nice, just a single trade for EU short today, and 100 pips. Picture perfect day. They don't get any better than that. And then over to GU, and GU in the morning, H1s were trending down. I took a sell here because we were kind of coming off the high, and I did feel a bit later that this was actually a bit of a rule breaker, but as it turned out, it worked out really nicely and fell all day. When we made a new low and closed up here, I had a pending over the high. It didn't trigger. Then there was a possibility of a reverse fail trade here, short, okay, because if this is the daily support and resistance, it's failing, so you can trade it down to the next one. I placed a pending here again, and it didn't trigger, and I placed a pending here again, it didn't trigger, and then I exited on this candle here. So again, really simple, waiting for the highs and the lows and trading in between them. I think it's probably the simplest of the ideas that I've put forward here, and it's certainly easy to trade on H1. You do have to allow for a bit of a wider stop, but your win rate's much better in return. I'm not saying that the H1M5 system wouldn't work. It will work just as well. I mean, H1M5 would have worked lovely on the short here, but you just have to accept more losses, and you have to be involved more as well. You need to spend time at the charts, and obviously I like to do short periods of that, but it can get tiresome, and so you need to sort of bear that in mind. If you've got the ability to switch between the two, and you can manage that, that's really good, because then when I get very big setup bars, I have that option to, on those, use a M5 engulf method to get in on the retrace. So you kind of have that in your tool bag as well, which is really good. Cool. I hope that helps. Just one day left of the week. It's been a brilliant week. It's got to be said. The trading's been very easy on the euro and the pound, and no reason it shouldn't continue for a bit.